4 carats, I'm a Kobe. Yeah. That for the homies.
I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my cash. The money is calling. Got bands, I'm addicted to balling. I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the can't never met a man that they can't talk. We're talking on the phones, they can hear us.
When you got dumb cake up in the say that they be waiting for you in the bushes with the duct tape up and down the interstate. Yeah, we really touch. We touch. October, I'm about to another state. He went down in Arizona, don't get me.
Sixes, I feel special. Resale and I never pay retail. My shoebox money afforded me the spree wells. And that then courted me a V12. Avoid the phones if it's sounding like a seashell. Too much clicking in the connection. Connect the dots with my connect for my protection. Face to face, I place my like a drive-through. Feel it, you know how I do. Push.
I done seen the best of them, Jando. 25 to life in the
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Easy. Ready. 21. Monday.
Throwing on first down is Brees. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go. Left.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Here's Breeze. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He got 29 yards that time. Michael Thomas, by the way, Charles, 28 catches in the first 2 games of the season, by far and away the most in the league.
An NFL record for 2 games, but I think he has his sights set on a 16-game record held by Marvin Harrison, 143 catches in a season. Now, that's a lot to ask for. And, you know, baseball guys, right, when the guy hits a home run on opening day, he's on a pace for 162. We know that's not realistic. But the way they throw the football around and him being WR1 in New Orleans, he's going to dominate the passing game for the Saints. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready. We're waiting. Monday. 12. 6 seconds.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here we go. 21. Ready. Yellow lady. 21.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. The open man is Smith. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Ready. United. 11. 21.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
21. Ready.
Now Breeze again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyrone Crawford able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Ready? You ready?
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Ready? 21, 21. 14.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 186.
Prescott from the gun. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. A first down throw for Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Wide in. 24's the right. Woo.
On 2nd down, Elliott. They find some open field here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back. But it's still a 3rd and 8. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Here we go. Wide in. Here we go. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, switching gears for a second. After last year, 7 NFL head coaches were relieved of their duties. And in week 1 of this season, those 7 coaches went 0-7. They fared a little better, though, in week 2.
They certainly did. Finally got into the win column. 3 of those happened. 1 in Chicago, 1 in Tennessee, and 1 in Indianapolis. Finally getting off the schneid. The other guys trying to get it done in week 3.
Yeah, including John Gruden. Curious to see when he gets his first victory out west. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Again has it complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Ready?
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Ready?
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll let it fly in the direction again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down.
Check. Ready. Yellow lady.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time, being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tavon Austin. Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Prescott on 1st down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
46. Here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go. 46. 46.
Now Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he's got it to Hearns. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Gun.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Airing it out for Hearns. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hearns begins in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's got room. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Set to return now. Here's Deontay Thompson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. First down, Prescott. Well, this is caught by Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got Ezekiel Elliott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 41 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
21.
Breeze now on first down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
21. 11.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, CD, switching gears for a second, you know, there's been a special teams issue so far in the NFL this season, especially you look at week 2 through Sunday's games. There were 19 missed extra points and field goals combined between all the kickers in the league.
And if you look at Minnesota and Cleveland, that's where the spotlight really focuses, because Minnesota, a rookie kicker, and Daniel Carlson, they spent a 5th-round pick on him, supposed to solve their kicking issues. He missed 3 in Green Bay, including a couple potential game winners. And Cleveland with Zane Gonzalez, I believe he left 11 points on the board, or I should say off the board, with missed extra points and field goals in their loss to New Orleans.
So maybe some kickers that aren't seeing time now aren't even on a team that might be popping up on rosters soon. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the counter, Elliott. And some room to work. Elliott a first down and more. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 61 yards.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my chin check y'all in y'all beard. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, had to give them my dues. Never got to talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these wishing he was done. Oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Nah, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a line abusing this deer. I hate to do it with no plans. Now I don't usually get near. Oh, I asked her man, cause I'm the mutant in here. We look good, just show us with the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your Mrs. Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in there like I got the swag. What kind of swagger? I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda. Y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get in all different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We live like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Y'all all with it and y'all talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a pad of walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And now running right through it. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, 46. Good. Here we go, 49. Woo. 26.
Second down, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Prescott down. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 22-yard line. The give is to Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
It's coming now. Here we go. 49.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go. Let's finish now. There we go. Kill. There we go. Get that. Let's go. Get out.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they didn't come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A toss play to Hunt. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. He's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it in without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Throwing now is Mahomes, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Mahomes to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On third down, it's Hunt. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target. And it's third down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face, because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Looking for the end zone. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are in for 6. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish tight matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They start on the ground with Elliott. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Line
Prescott now on second down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 480. Here we go. 46. 26.
The give to Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. 46. And here we go. 480. Here we go. 46. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. 480. Here we go. 46. Good. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. As this Chiefs offense comes back onto the field, let's dive a little deeper into their start so far and what we've seen from Patrick Mahomes. You know, one interesting nugget on that win at Pittsburgh, that was something that KC had not done since 1986.
That's pretty impressive, both of them being in the AFC. They would encounter each other at times on schedule, right? They also encounter each other potentially in the playoffs. Number of opportunities gone for KC. Finally got it done with Patrick Mahomes. So the question has to be asked, though. They had Alex Smith, who was a terrific quarterback, was going to Pro Bowls. How did Kansas City know he would be this good? Did they know, or did they suspect, and they went with their instinct?
So I'm assuming you, like everybody else, think that KC may be a little bit better than we thought preseason?
I think there's no doubt about it. I think Patrick Mahomes allows them to expand their playbook and put the real big play back into effect with his arm to throw it downfield to Tyreek Hill.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black 58, Royal. Black 58.
Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd and 13. Mahomes to throw once more. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And some space here. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there, almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Well, with that incompletion, we've got to talk about the ties that we've seen in weeks 1 and 2. Everyone was talking about the Steelers-Browns week 1, Charles, but week 2 we saw another. The game that you had, Vikings and Packers.
Yeah, and do you know something? They tied at 29. You know, it's the first time teams have tied with the score 29-29 in NFL history, so another little oddity that you throw in there. But I think the common characteristic between the Vikings, Packers, and the Steelers-Browns from week 1, kicking. The kicking game got both games and really affected in a big way. The Browns could have won, had a field goal blocked. The Vikings could have won. Their field goal kicker missed 3. And Mason Crosby, the Packers, made 1. But the Vikings had called timeout. He had to do it again, and he missed. So there you go. 2 ties in the first 2 weeks.
First time that's happened since 1971. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he'll bang that one through.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to fire one deep over. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. That one goes for 36 yards.
Here we go, 46.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try.
There we go. All right, hey. Let's go. Let's finish now.
This certainly feels like they were wanting to go for two, but weren't really sure they should go for two. Do we, don't we, do we, don't we? And guess what ends up happening?
5-yard penalty.
That's right. Now you probably line up and kick the extra point.
And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for two.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, here we go. Wide, hey. Switch, hey.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 32 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Here we go, 46, 46, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46.
A first down throw for Prescott. Airing it out for Hearns. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Mahomes now to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here we go. 4th down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. That's picked up by the Cowboys. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Now Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down, Prescott. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Going deep here for one. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, the spin. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Here we go, 46. Sweat. 26 line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Well, nearly picked. Yeah, maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
46. 26.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep for Elliott. And that is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. They'll run. This is Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to launch this. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Back to throw. Mahomes trying to lay one up deep. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the masterclass right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the...
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I said, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I parked my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said I'm